Hey there, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to create volumetric clouds in Blender, the 3D modeling and animation program. So, the first thing you want to do is to set the render engine to cycles, since it's still kinda poor in that field. And of course, you can choose any shape of mesh you want to use. For this video, let's go with Suzanne to make a monkey cloud shape. The next thing we'll need is a volume empty. So you're going to want to Shift A and add a volume empty. Now that we have an empty volume, we'll need to add two modifiers to it. The first modifier is mesh to volume, and in this case, we can select the shape for the volume by assigning any mesh. In this case, it's the monkey. And of course, we can then adjust both the density and the voxel number for more details. A density value of 3 and a voxel number of around 128, feel free to choose whatever you wish by the way, should do the trick. And of course, you can always lower the number of voxels for lower end machines. For now, we don't really need to see Suzanne, so we can just hide it. Now, the next modifier we're adding is for the cloud texture. So let's add a volume displace modifier. Then we can make a new texture in it. Simply switch to texture properties in order to fix a couple of things. We want to set the type to clouds since this is exactly what we want. It should give you something like this, which is pretty cool, and then you can just go with it. As you can see, the size of the clouds can also be adjusted. You can increase it a bit, but it'll really depend on your mesh. Once that's all done, this is what you're going to get. If I do say so myself, it's pretty nice. You can then go to the materials to fix the color and other values like in any volume node. Now, the second method is similar to the first one, but instead we'll be using geometry nodes. Firstly, we'll need to add some subdivision on this monkey head, and then add a new geometry node on it and focus just a little bit. We're going to add an instance on point node and plug the group output to the instance slot. We will also need a mesh line as a points input in order to get the monkey back and make it as count 1. After all that, simply add a realize instance and a mesh to point, and also add a points to volume in that order. For the last one, just adjust the radius and density to keep the monkey in shape or just go crazy and see what you get. After all of that, we'll need a volume to measure node that will go through a subdivision, then a set position node to get some texture on the cloud. In that set position node, offset add the Musgrave texture and plug it through a multiply math node in 2 steps. One to fix the normal, and the other one to fix the size. As you can see, it's quite a mess, but we can wrap all of this together with a mesh to volume node, and it'll simply fix all this mess. And with that last node, you can also control the density and voxel amount for the size details. And here is the result of all of our tinkering. A fine monkey cloud. And of course, for some additional information, there are so many cool add-ons to help you generate or add clouds to your scene instantaneously. Here is an example of one of them. It's this old procedurally generated cloud system, and it's free to get on Blender Nation. The other one is a paid collection of VDM called Real Cloud, so go ahead and check this one out. And that's really all the time we have for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we really hope you learned something new. If you liked this video and would like to see more, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Yet again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.